On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. From the 6. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Yeah, that's not the start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped. Behind the line.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
2nd and 12 operating from the 39. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Complete to number 26.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Morgan. That is caught. It's Tajae Sharp. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing from the gun is Morgan. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there. 1st down.
1st down, Bills.
Let's go. 60
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he stopped immediately there.
Ezekiel Elliott.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, here's Morgan. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
10-10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Well, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play. And the ball is knocked out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Now left side on the swing pass. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Being chased out left. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Brady now on 1st down. And he finds Gronk. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
14 yards.
2nd down and goal. Brady, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rob Gronkowski, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken a 1st quarter lead. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Bills 0. Tucker McCann.
McCann's got it teed up. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency? And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, You go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
17-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Set to kick off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid on picking up a 1st down.
Morgan operating from the gun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
It's a gain of 23.
23 yards, the final tally.
Buffalo.
The give to Elliott. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
And the Bills.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Morgan. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Shaquille Barrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
And long.
Operating from the gun, Morgan. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
Is good.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Dalvin Tomlinson on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. Play action. Now it's Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Mattjae on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. These kickers now, used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Brings up 2nd.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
The left side completion to Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
A gain of 2.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. This is caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Right.
Shotgun now for Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Pass. Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up second and goal.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
I got you. 58, boy, 58. Get the word. I'm not ready for this, man.
The final shot before half for Brady. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Morgan. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go. 60 Bison.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He's brought down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Morgan looks to throw it. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They'll run it with Elliott. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Here's Elliott. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
The ball carrier.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's taken down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Morgan. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Brady now on 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Off of a play fake, here's Morgan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Tajae Sharp, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Morgan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Touchdown.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20.
Complete.
A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Back now in Tampa. 36. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Karen Johnson brought him down. It's a gain of 8.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
26 is the ball carrier.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Tyler Bass for the extra.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession 4th quarter lead. Now Brady to try again after the pick 6. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Brady's pass. Complete.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a gain of 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Brady. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Record.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Running back. Brought down at the 18-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On second down and 4, Brady. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Brady's pass.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Bucs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Brady to throw. This is caught. Gronkowski. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
The running back.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. As the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
43, Bills 17. Tucker McCann.
McCann's got it teed up. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
He's going to go up top again. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bills cut into that lead. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the 2nd half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, he's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't he? He's going to want to know why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy.
3-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. On 1st and 10, here's Brady, escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it, and he's only able to get it to right around the 3. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a... And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football.
And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
And the Buccaneers, first down. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Brady going to throw here. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Justin Mattjae able to get him for a loss of about 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Brady, and the pressure gets to him again.
Tom Brady sacked.
He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, go 66.
Now a handoff looking right. There he goes inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
26.
McCann's got it teed up. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to nowhere to go. Here he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. So that one will be accepted. Morgan sets up to throw on 1st down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep them clean. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bucs, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.